Hello everyone, welcome to the class of Java Literals. Let me give today's agenda. In this session, we are going to discuss mainly 7 concepts: literal definition, integral literals, floating point literals, boolean literals, character literals, string literals, and some enhancements with respect to literals concept. Let me give the definition of the literal. A literal is nothing but a constant or a value given to the variable. Let me write it here. It is a value or constant given to the variable. Let me start the integral literals concept. What are the integral values? How many ways we can give the integral values to a variable means? The first one is decimal way, means base 10, and the second one is octal way, which is nothing but base 8, and the third one is hexadecimal way, hexadecimal format, which is nothing but base 16. We know that in base 10 the allowed digits are 0 to 9. You can allowed digits are 0 to 9. Whereas in octal representation the allowed digits are 0 to 7, and to represent the octal form it should be prefixed with 0, to represent it as a octal representation. I will give example for each of it. Let me write it here. Int x equal to 10 is a decimal form. You can write like this: int x is equals to 0 1 0. Here prefixed with 0 represent it is a octal representation, and this is the octal value. Coming to the hexadecimal, allowed digits are 0 to 9 are allowed, and you are having A to F, whether it may be a capital case or small case, there will be no problem. To represent from values from 10 to 15 we use A to F in hexadecimal. You can write it like here: int x is equals to 0 x 1 0. See, it should be prefixed with 0x to represent it. It is a hexadecimal representation, and this is the value. Let me write it here: prefixed with 0x. You need to prefix it with 0x to represent it as a hexadecimal number, and the x can be a smaller case or uppercase, there will be no problem. Let me give some examples for this. See, int x is equals to 20. This is valid. We are storing the decimal here. Int x is equals to 0 777. It is also valid. See, starting with 0 means it is an octal number. In octal 0 to 7 digits are accepted, there will be no problem. If I am using int x is equals to 0 786, see, okay, let me write valid. This is valid, no problem. Valid octal. This is invalid because it is prefixing with 0 representing octal, but 8 is not allowed as a digit in octal representation. you can write it as invalid octal. And similarly, int x is equals to an hexadecimal number I am going to store here, 0x, let me write F A C E, and like this. It is valid one because A to F are valid in hexadecimal representation. So valid hexadecimal. Let me give a case. Int x is equals to 0x m a z e. See, here a is valid, e is valid, but m, z are not the valid ones. So you will get as invalid hexadecimal. You will get compile time error if you do like this. I hope the concept is clear with these examples. And let me start the floating point literals. The floating point literals. Floating point literals means how many ways we can store a floating point number. We know that by default a floating point number will be a double, will be considered as double, not as the float. So you should write float f is equals to 10.2 f. It is valid. If you write like this, float f is equals to 10.2, it is invalid. This is valid, this is invalid. You should keep this point in your mind. And there is no concept of octals and hexadecimals. No concept of octal and hexadecimal. Octal and hexadecimal for floating point. For floating point literals, there will be no concept. And see, I will give you examples, then it will be more clear. Double D is equals to double D is equals to 123.45. It is valid. I am storing a floating point number. Similarly, double D is equals to 123.45, prefixing with 0. Here it doesn't mean that it is octal representation. While you are using floating point number, this 0 will be simply ignored and the output will be 123.45 only. 0 prefixed 0 will be ignored, here. But whenever you are using hexadecimal, you are prefixing with 0x, so you will get compile time error in this case. 123.45, let it be. You will get compile time error here. This is invalid, this is valid. This is all about the floating point literals, and we can use this representation, exponential representation also, there will be no problem. 1.2 E3 means 1.2 into 10 cube, 1.2 into 1000 E3, then the output will be 1200. I am using double, so you will get floating point number. Exponential representation also valid, there will be no problem. And let me go for the Boolean literals. As we mentioned earlier in the data types concept, Boolean literals stores only two values, true or false. Other than this, if we store any value, it will be a compile time error. Boolean b equal to true, there will be no problem, it is valid one. If I am storing Boolean b equal to 1, invalid, this is invalid. you will get incompatible data types. Incompatible data types. But in C we can use 1 as a true and 0 as false, but this is not the case for Java. And if you store like this, boolean b is equals to true, I am storing a string, so this will also be invalid. You can't store a string, it should be a boolean type, either true or false value only. And coming to the character literals, you should give a character only. Other than character, if you store anything, you will get compile time error. That character ch is equals to a. This is the character, single character I am taking. This is valid, there is no problem. If I am taking character ch is equals to ab, this is invalid. Because it should store only one character, but you are using two characters, so you will get an error like this. After this character you should close it, so unclosed char literal, this is invalid, and you will get error as a unclosed char literal will be the error you will get. If we use string, see, I am taking a character variable character ch to hold string value, but this is not a good idea. See, this is also invalid. How can you store a string value into the char type? Invalid. You will get error as a incompatible type. Incompatible type will be the error you will get. This is all about the character literals. And there is one more point, you can store any valid escape sequence as character literal, there will be no problem. The character ch is equals to \n, you know \n is a new line escape sequence, and \t for horizontal tab, \t, there will be no problem. These are all valid ones. Valid escape sequences. Okay, and you can represent a char literal as a integral also. The integral represents the Unicode code. Okay, char ch is equals to 97 I had taken. Whenever you are going to print system dot out dot println of ch, you will get the output as a, because here 97 represents the Unicode of the character. That means the valid values will be from 0 to 65,535. This you can take 65535, and these range of variables values can be stored to represent the Unicodes of the characters. And next will be the string literals 65535, and string literals, there is no specialty in string literals. We all know that these are used to hold the string group of characters. String s is equals to, I am taking as coding, I am taking a group of characters, I am storing it. This represents the string literal. And let's come to some Java 7 version enhancements related to literals. First enhancement is the Boolean literal. Boolean literal is added in a 1.7 version. Boolean literal is nothing but storing a representing an integral value as Boolean. As a binary representation. Sorry, you can write binary representation. Binary representation representing in binary form means 0b 1111 means here the x will be the 15 whenever you are going to print system.out.println of x. This will be a 15. This will be 15. The 0b indicates it is a binary representation, and the another enhancements is the underscores enhancements. Underscores for readability. We generally prefer putting commas for representing the numbers in more clear way. Example, if I want to represent 1 lakh, I use like this. Instead of writing like this, I use this representation for better understanding. If I am using 10 lakhs, I use like this, better representation. So to store these type of values for better understanding, Java provided underscores support. Like example, double D is equals to 1 23,456.789. Let it be this value. This is valid, we know earlier. This is also valid. See, I am adding underscores 2 and I am add 3 and I am adding 2 more underscores 456 dot 7 underscore 8 underscore 9. This is also a valid one. There will be no problem. And there will be some cases you may misuse the underscores. This may lead to the compile time errors. See, you should not put the underscore at starting. What is the use of putting underscore at starting? Nothing. See, if we put underscore at starting, this is going to be an invalid one. And if you put underscore at last, then also there will be no use. Let me write it here. This is also invalid. I am putting an underscore at last. This is going to be invalid. If I am putting underscore before or after immediately after the decimal point, this is also invalid. See, if I am putting underscore here or here, there will be no use. So it is going to be invalid itself. This is all about the literals concept. Let me recap what we have discussed so far. We started with the definition of literal and we discussed what is the possible integral literals, that is the base 10 decimal, octal, hexadecimal, and for floating point literals we noticed a point that there will be no octal and hexadecimal representations and you can use exponential representations. For Boolean literals we use 2 values only, either true or false, except that you should not use anything. And for character literals we had seen some points, and for string literals we seen an example, and the version 7 enhancements we seen 2 literals, binary literal and the usage of underscores for better readability. This is all about today's session. We will discuss many more in next sessions. Thank you.